Somewhere along the line, I forgot to actually go out and do this. Um, yeah, mid-circuit review for Best Buds United. Let's just let's just jump right into it. Because I actually don't know really what's going on because there's been a lot of matches happening in the dark. Faded Showdown? Probably not. So we'll just we'll go down the line. I have a spreadsheet that's keeping track, so I guess we'll start at this idiot right here. So 3-0. That's kind of the clip I'm at. I feel like this is just a little bit suspect. Kind of only because I don't know. I just feel it's suspect because like I don't imagine myself ever playing this well. So yeah. Um, but again, yeah, like I am 3-0. Um, I feel like the season 14 to free to play season 1 has some long lasting effect here because like IGL probably couldn't get everyone squared up, so like that's what I'm gonna go with. Like I got the respectable numbers, but I don't know. Like I'm 3-0 and I've lost one game along the way, so I get I don't know what to make of this. Maybe I shouldn't be like critiquing myself after I feel like I played like garbage in my threes match earlier. So yeah, we'll go with that. So we'll go to a defending champ. Vicin's promoted up. So Vicens is keeping pace again. I don't know what that means, but yeah, Vicens 3-0, 9-1 in games played. This might be a little worrying, but like it's again like in ones it's like sometimes you just like take the missed shot to set yourself up. So like it's obviously working out. I guess for me, if that was me, that would be worrisome. Um, but like I probably have more faith in Vicens than I would myself. So like yeah, if you're just taking shots to just like set yourself up or draw your opponent out, then this is fine. Um, so yeah, like Vicens is in really good shape. So like I mean we still have like 5 people that are we have 4 people sitting and at 3-0 undefeated pending. Obviously Wolverine they're sitting at 4-0, 12-5. So you know if we all win here, like that'll push Wolverine to fourth or fifth, depending on what Cloud9 Rip Cloud9 does. You know, So I don't know. It's pretty competitive. Um, what I'm curious about. There he is. Oh, Tank! Well, he's lost 3-1 all 3 times, or averaged. So can I beat Tank? Maybe. Probably not. So I guess if Tank goes undefeated, there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance for playoffs? I don't know. I don't know. So like I don't know like what's been happening obviously in Tank's matches. Um, you know, and like what he's been doing historically. Um, this is a joint BBU Mad Moose Gaming effort for Tanks ones. Um, so um, yeah, and I mean I don't know. It's always hard to read these numbers. Like like I went 1-5 last season. And I'm pretty sure I went at least 0-4 in in game fives, which is just great for your tiebreakers if you're, you know, trying to get to 4-2, which obviously I did not. So yeah. I don't know. So like what, over 12 games, it's a 20. So like losing, the goal differentials like under 2. So yeah, just like again with I'm not going to drill down on everything, but yeah, it's a little rough, but like there's definitely like rebound potential and that sort of thing. Um, so we're gonna do twos. God, assuming this is correct, which there's no guarantee. There they are. Yeah, 1-2. Well, they've won a match. So Midpoint and Millsy, they're on Equilibrium 3's team. I mean, those aren't like totally bad numbers. It's you know, it's probably just getting on the right side of the goal differential in a way. Though I know that I think that they did get swept somewhere along the way. So like but that's fine. Like I haven't cast. This is going to be a lot weirder because like I haven't cast as many games for the club as I did like last session. So like I have no idea what's going on. And this like even includes like what I'm doing, hashtag what I'm doing on my personal channel, like the replay review in my what you're doing wrong series. Like I'm involved in 3 teams, but like I really don't have any clue as to what a lot of people are doing. So I can't even like say like what's going wrong here. Um, so yeah. Um, so I do know that if the Equilibrium 2s runs the table, they're in the playoffs. So I've cast like one game, but like I'm not going to. Whoa. Is this right? Do I have the right division for them? Did he change his, did he change his team name? Let's see if we can find him. All right, well, now we get to go through the franchise. Do I have the wrong... Did I grab the wrong? Probably. No, we won't worry about it. Okay, so that, yeah, this is not I'm surprised about again. Jesus, guys. they're newly promoted too. Jesus. So I know I cast one game. It might have been game 2. I just kind of like was like, this was flipped. Like I just basically said, yeah, last season this was flipped. It was like Mystic doing all the work up front and Vicens was playing support, but now it's just like flipped. And it's hey Kif. Sorry, I'm just kind of like going back and forth between like windows, so I have all my other stuff on my second window where the stream is at, and using the primary display. But oh god, Jesus, yeah, this is like this takes a while, but this is like team chemistry right here. If you've ever heard me like praise team chemistry, like this is the team I'm talking about. And again, like I'm getting all my information from Vicens, but they play like they've obviously been playing together for a while. So this is like in a way like somewhat shocking because it's just recently promoted. So from tier 4, Diamond 2, Diamond 3 to Champ 1, Champ 2, but also not surprising. Just because team chemistry can make up a lot of ground in a hurry. Okay, so we're on to 3s, aren't we? So we're just gonna go. Yeah, we're just gonna go down the line in alphabetical order. No, we'll take care. We'll take care. We'll take care of this. We'll take care of the rest of my teams too, because like. So, yeah, we're 3-1. Shockingly, in an open division for Rumble. Probably, obviously, do have like one of the top teams. I mean, we've gotten beat, so like that should, excuse from the tops. But it's always hard to know going into here since it's open division and everything. Picked up a loss. It was a sweep. It's a very weird dynamic, and obviously I don't hope to ever take the field for the rest of the season. But that's just something separate. Though I have one goal, and it was the OT winner in Game 5. So I have that going for me. And probably once everything settles down, I'll be in front of Tank on assists by attrition, basically. I mean, these should be like the 3 starters. I won't be doing this again. I thought it'd be interesting, but it's really what it turns out to be is just a scheduling nightmare because it's just something I have to make myself available for. And like when I was doing 3-2s and 1s, like that is a problem. And now I'm just like looking at just like schedule congestion. Like I'm in the Premier League or something. So yeah. All right. Well, it turns out my threes team, who also played last night, is on the docket. Come see me get mad at myself in what you are doing wrong on my personal channel. So this does include a forfeit win. So technically, we've only played 3 games worth of stats here. You know, I think we've you know we've played pretty decently. Like you know, I feel like I don't know what would have happened in week 3 during our forfeit. Like we totally could have lost that and been 2-2. But you know, here we are. So it's like, you know, I could say is that I know what my best roster is, but that's not my starting roster. But like I don't know. I think communication issues aside, which I know is a problem. I don't know. Like I feel like we're going to do probably as expected. We'll finish 4-2 and have a first round exit. That's probably the ceiling for this team. You know, so we'll see what happens. But like, not surprisingly, like Unforgiven is leading the team in goals. Like Jordan only has 1 series under his belt because you know he got rained out in week 3. So like comparable assist numbers like Beezy and I like surprisingly work a little well together. So like we're good at covering the back. Like, and I'm not surprised at either of these 2 numbers. And obviously like Jordan is kept down by a series he played in where we swept. So like just like having an off couple of 3 games or whatever, just you're subject to the small sample size bug. So yeah, and then we lost on Tuesday in a sweep. Like, again, I say that it was probably at best a 55-45 matchup where we're the underdog. A combination of we didn't do ourselves some favors with some open net opportunities. Also, our opponents made some pretty clutch saves as well too. So like, yeah, like I don't know. I guess I'd have to see like what the pros shoot at, but I have a feeling like these numbers probably should be a little higher. So we'll see. All right. Man, I wish, I wish, I wish that November showdown would fall off. Okay, nothing but East. Okay, so let's start with this one. So where are they at? So for now, so this team, so like I know part of it is just getting scheduling and like, so I know what the starting roster should be. It's like technically trying to be Squiddy, Nerve, Chirp. Snake is going to be the fourth, and Dilly is trying to. Dilly is now in the position of playing the ender role, which is like attempt to coordinate the team and then step away. So like there's a whole bunch of challenges in that. Like this is probably supposed to be the theoretical top level team. Squiddy has no saves. So I know there's like a lot of scheduling weirdness. So it's like why the numbers are all just they're all over the place. I mean, hopefully they can keep it going. They're sitting at 2-1. So like, there's a lot going on here. And again, I know I give this idiot trouble all the time. But I mean, I know that's at least 2 series worth. So that's, more than acquitting himself in tier 1 in an open division of 1600 plus, where you can run into 1800s and higher. And I know that Dill is still trying to do whatever he can. So, like, again, I'll just wreck Dill whenever I want to, but you also gotta give props. So let's hope these guys can keep it going. So going down the line is assuming yes, my spreadsheet's up to date. I know there's also a forfeit in here too. So I'm not sure if that like makes this technically 23-7 more impressive or just small sample size territory. Yeah, and I think they have. So like I know Zoom's a sub, and like I will be honest, I don't know if Millsy is a fourth or fourth / sub or whatever, or actual sub. So this is the team that will be going to battle, if they can help it. But yeah, looking good so far. I know Kif's in chat, so maybe I should say, come on, Kif, you gotta get those numbers up. I don't know. Like in a way, like I'm not surprised at this because I know how good Grav is. So like in a way, it's that weird dynamic of like, well, when you have a definite score there's less pressure here, even though like midpoint is basically keeping up. And I mean, like, this is what, this is like 776, right? Or something like that, or 887. It's something like that. So like, like Kiff's only one goal behind. Um, so I don't know, like, what critique I have, like, you know like, again, like, I just, I've played with Gravity enough, so it's just like I kind of know, like, all this, and I'm actually kind of like surprised at this. So maybe some cleanup duty happening for the team, but again, like, again, good stats, like, again, there's a forfeit win in there, but not much you can do about that. So again, I think that the team's playing good. Yeah, I just flipped back to the stream. I mean, like, again, to be honest, Kip, like, it's like you're in a, I don't know, the terrible huge delta comparison in. It's not like people are asking me to be the one, and it's just like, crap. Now I got to like score and support. Like, in a way, it's like sometimes it's a double edged sword when you have, like, a good front man, but like also it just means is that I think it if the team works together, like, I think it makes the other two members' jobs just a lot easier, because you can play support. You can play defense. You don't necessarily have to worry about just having the scoring burden, and then like chemistry and all that. Suddenly, if you guys are rotating, like, properly and doing all those team things, well, even if Gravity is the pure scorer on the team, if he's moving out, taking shots or doing whatever, or setting everyone up as well, like, it just makes everything easier. It's like, it's like when the team is working properly, suddenly it's a huge like bonus, rather than something that's like actively detracts from some teams. Yeah, well, I mean, like, you look at like the saves per game, like, that tells me, on the back end, just like, everyone is rotating back and everything, you know and like, again, like, I look at the assists, like, um like, again, this just kind of like, this sort of reflects the, like, having a pure forward in a way, although, like, this is like no joke, because, like, again, I know it's tied, but like, Gravity has a lot of goals per game and technically has a lot of assists per game, while these are kind of down just a little bit, because, like, just does a lot of solo plays. But, again, like, if this was like 0.33, 0.5, and like 3, and also this was like 300 or something, that would probably be like cause for concern. But like, again, I just merely said that as a joke. Like, I actually don't think there's anything wrong, and like, you know, from the one game I casted, like, I think everything is working as intended. So, all right. So moving on to next team, just to prove that I can like produce short videos. Where are they at? I thought they were here. Oh, no, no. Okay. Hey, sitting in 13th. Look at them. Look at these splits. Like they're doing fine. This is I've seen enough of Zach. Like I'm kind of like somewhat surprised at this, but like I've seen enough of Zach. Also, like I'm kind of like not surprised at that. Like Zach is like I don't know. I guess like the quintessential like super jack of all trades, but like with he's a super jack of all trades and has none of the drawbacks. Um, like he can just like do it all. Um, yeah. So like like this is actually like just like if it has a feeling of a team that just like which stop me if you've heard this before. Like something that unfortunately just is like plaguing Zach is sometimes it's hard to keep a constant team. So, but I mean, like this is looking pretty good. So I'm like, I'm excited to see how they go. I mean, they are tier 1, um, but I'd like to see how they finish. They're in good shape. So like they lost their one series 3-1. So it's like everything like a 3-1 here, I guess, because that's then 6-2. I mean, it could be a 3-2 and a 3-0, but still. Okay. What div 6? Hey, they're sitting at 3-0. Here's a team I've casted a game for. So a bunch of 3-1s. Um, so I know that it was that they've just been kind of doing some coveraging. I think part of it is Witness has a slightly weird schedule as well. So, like, yeah, this smacks of like one series for Witness. But yeah, again, like set at 3-0, like doing that. Sleepy J-Dub here, inexplicably out in front. I think I'm required by law to, like, just dump all over J-Dub as well. I mean, I guess I need to lob something relevant here because, like, both these two are, like, look to be, like, shooting like they're still on clangers or something. So, I guess you could never take the clangers out of someone. Um, but, yeah, like, I'm not totally surprised. Just with the numbers here. And Fallen's like, doing some good job here, as a third or fourth. Again, I am guessing that the Witness has only played one series, but I think he has a weird schedule too. It's funny how many times I have to say that. But yeah, they're looking good. So yeah, it's like I just want to say is that they were both. This is like Rocket League Tracker losing like whatever, like a week of data because these guys were all C1, but it is what it is. So they're unfortunately 0-3. They're 0-3 and somewhere along the line a game is misreported, whatever. So this is kind of like a case of like what's going on here. Real simple, actually. This is kind of like, in a way, this is like a throw together. So there's like a lot of stuff happening here. This is kind of basically just like a throw together team, like to pull back the curtain on just like how things went for us in the off season. Like we surprisingly did not have a lot of holes to fill. The one T3 team that kind of graduated just picked up one person to fill in for someone who was stepping back. And so like on this side, we just had a bunch of T3 people that wanted to play. This is kind of like, with the exception of Bucks who's playing sub, so Pool Sarker, Salad, and Lau, it's basically like, from what I understand, also like their first crack at like any sort of like competitive environment, because I don't consider rank to be competitive. It's a different environment, but it's not organized play. It's like bad six mans, because six mans is organized. So like you just like couple with that and just like trying to get used to everything, and again, scheduling nonsense, and sometimes you just have crappy numbers. I am trying to help them on the side, just try and point them out, for all the qualifications I have. So we'll see if I'm a good teacher. So like in a way, it's just, I can't rag on them too much. It's just not surprising. I think it's just, it's, I say a lot about team chemistry, in a way it's just like, the opposite is kind of true, but like, it takes time to develop that. So like, if you look at these numbers in a vacuum, it's just like, these aren't the greatest, but I mean, again, like you have to take everything into consideration. This is also why I approach everything like kind of the way I do when I look at opposing teams, because like, well, off nights, which happens. This is what happens when you play a best of five. And it determines your self worth for 6 weeks. Um, so like, so it's just like, yeah, I just like do my best to never underestimate a team, because like, this is what could be happening, you know, and then they could come out the next week and surprise everyone. So like, I do tell them like there's a lot there. There's also a lot there that needs to be worked on. But I think if they just like in a way just you know improve, you don't have to go full throttle or anything. Just slowly improve, and at some point you will see the results. So it's just working at it and keeping on it. Well, that's actually not correct. Okay. So another question, like, what is happening here? I mean, I know what's happening here. Like, again, this is a team that basically ground themselves up to above 1600. Um, and, obviously they also tier two. And then just basically decided, F it, let's just go at it. So because 1600 up is no limit, this could be like one of the results. It could be like scheduling, like, because like I've seen every single one of these players play. Like I've casted games, like. I mean, I should just give like props to Sugar for just like being out in front of everything. Um, you know, like carrying. Um, but like again, like like this crap's gonna happen. Like and like I'm just gonna give him props to just say like, there's something there. There's something brazen. It's just like they like. On the flip side, they were in the dumpster fire division from last season, and dumpster fire is East Tier 2 Div 6 Conference B. And Conference A didn't actually look that much better, but yeah. So like where they played 5 games, they made to the finals. They played 5 games the entire season, 4 games in the regular season and the finals matchup. So like, yeah, like I'm not gonna dwell too much on this. Like I'm, just keep going at it and just keep trying to get better. Like, Oh, I did not realize that this keeps happening. Because I could have taken care of them. So another team I'm lending my aid to. So this is the hold on. Okay, so they're 1 and 2. Let me update my spreadsheet. So take 3 games off. Well, I could. So, yeah. So they've lost 6 games and they've lost 2 matches. So I can infer that they swept their 1 game because you can't take any games lost. So that leaves them at 4-6. So the Scorpions have on their record losing 5, sweep victory. I think one of them they admittedly said that they kind of like threw away. Yeah, that was the one on stream. That was a weird series. It's kind of a tale of 2 series, and the series was there, but whatever. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to help Fox with like this, because that's like what I'm shooting right now, actually. Um, but like again, like this is also a recently promoted, new, playing up, just got up for this season, so like it's in a way like sometimes like the struggles are real, but like there's a lot to build on here. And again, we'll see if I provide any actual help or if I just kind of like ruin them. Um, oh wow, we're at the end because yeah, if I'm looking at the alphabetical order, that's the last team. So yeah, we I guess as an org as a whole, we have 2 teams that are technically officially eliminated. Tank is hanging on by virtue of ones. Um, Scorpions and Equilibrium 2's team need to run the table. Because again, I'm assuming a 3-3 might get in with good tiebreakers, but like if you just want to have the guarantee, it's just finish 4-2 and you'll be fine. But yeah, so and we've got some undefeateds going. We also have 2, 3-1 teams, which I'm inexplicably a part of both teams. The outside of Royal Titans, the other 2 tier 1 teams are 2-1 too. So like, there's a lot going on. So we'll probably do this again. After week 6, so we'll find out who will make it, and then I'll do another one. Basically, whenever the last team's eliminated. So it'll be interesting to see like who survives. But yeah, that will go ahead and do it. What's coming up? So the known match, because I no longer dive into other squads channels to find out match times. My once match is coming up on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can see me swearing in all my glory on my personal channel. I think that's going to be a dogfight. I guess I can do a quick preview right here. There are other matches throughout the week. But I don't know about, yeah. Ernie Okis, 2-1. So this is going to be a dogfight. Maybe it might not turn out well for me, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I'll go ahead and do it for this one. thank you all for watching, and I don't know, we'll see you next time we have a match on the docket. Have a good one.